So today I'll just be talking to you from behind the camera, and this is all about William Morris fabrics that I'm using for a quilt. I just realised you can use cotton wadding as a design board. That's pretty cool. Do you remember those William Morris prints I was talking about? This is Strawberry Thief. So I'm making some scrunchies out of that. Oh, my throat's a bit croaky. It's not early in the morning. Right. Got my coaster. A cup of tea. And I think we're good to go. Having a look at some quilt squares. And now I'm probably not going to be as good as the last homely housewoman. She's really chilled out and just talks like she knows what she's doing. So here's a flying goose. There's a little bit of a cut there. But what I've been doing oops, if you'll give me a minute to go into my little box of stuff, is I've got a square like this. Oops. Let's take that down. Oh, these are pretty. I don't know how to put these into a quilt, but I like them. So you get a square like that, and a rectangle, and you put them together like that, sew along there, and then you pull it back. Now I didn't really want this as the goose. So all of my geese are now going to be brightly coloured and rainbow coloured, and this sky is going to be flowers, but that's fine. I actually like that, and I've cut quite a few now, so or, you know, I could always do a contrast and do some of them the opposite, because I've got enough fat quarters to do that. But I haven't really decided on it yet. I think it's just nice to mess about with the different colours. This one's quite crazy. I just had so many fat quarters that I bought because I thought they were pretty. And now I'd quite like to put them together. Oh, I love this one. This one's quite funny. Look at that, it's so bright. And I did it, let's see, stripe in different ways. I quite like that. I just realised that I can use this cotton wadding on a notice board as a design board. And obviously if you're a quilter you've got loads of that knocking about anyway. I can't remember what it's called, Super Cell or something. I got it from Scissor Stitch, which is a local shop to me. Oh, and I know people do a lot of the no waste ones, but actually I don't mind. I think it breaks my brain, no waste ones. I might try them one day, but at the moment I'm quite happy to just figure out the orientation of the flying goose and get these little squares left over. And actually, can you see that? You can actually play about with them. Oh, brilliant, it's stuck. I don't know if it's... I'll bring it down a bit. There. And you can make loads of different shapes with these, which is so much... It's fun if you've got time to just mess about. And it's really interesting, geometrically speaking, just to see what sort of shapes you can actually make. Now some of these are a bit smaller, because I think I did a couple in a bit of a different way. But look, you can make, let's see, that might work better. Let's move those. How are we looking? I was meant to be doing a video on alpaca fibre, but got a bit distracted when I was tidying up and trying to was trying to get a nice white background and I thought, oh, this is a good design board, so. It's always when you start filming that you develop a cold. How did that happen? Oh yeah, and then you can always use, if you made a smaller flying goose, you can make these chevron patterns as well. They're quite nice. Be like that. And then, yeah, if you wanted to, you can make like a square, and then you can put the flying geese around in different ways. Make a big flying goose on the side. You could do mini squares, mini square versions of the big square versions that you did, or you can make diablos if you want a circusy effect. I quite like that. Sometimes I just watch people, oh, actually that's quite nice on the screen. I haven't looked at that before. We could have a dinosaur, you could have a zigzaggy, oh, I haven't done this design board filming thing before. You could do zigzaggy, that's quite nice. Take those down. And the zigzaggy one. These aren't the colours that I'm going to use together, although I might use the kind of traditional versus the crazy modern style. I think that'd be quite fun. I think I always want something a bit brighter. I just got a load of solids because they work with everything, don't they? And I got some quite nice thick solids just from Hobbycraft. That's quite nice. That's quite fun because you can change the colours, but I seem to have only sewn together all the blue ones at the moment. If you watched any of my reels on Instagram, I'm a bit bored of reels now. Is anyone else? They're a bit addictive. You click explore reels and then like half an hour of your life has disappeared. Yeah, I don't know if I can do, everyone's doing circles at the moment, I see. But I don't know how to sew them, I'll have to find out. And I've got time. I should probably be weeding the drive at the moment, but oh, you know I was talking about sew yeah the other day? Well, she said if you cut the self edges off, anything that you're using, you can tuck them into embroidered letters. How good would that be? So extra stuffing just from scraps, and these are really practical actually, and look at this. I quite like these scraps, they're quite fun. Ooh. Oh yeah, I've got this William Morrissey scrap. William Morrissey. Yes, the well-known Smiths designer singer. These are quite cool. I'm going to put these up. I don't know, maybe you could use a fusible to bond them or something. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? Fusible webbing. Oops. Oopsie. Ooh, Batman. I love a bit of Batman in there. I'm not going to do a whole soundtrack to this video, but it's probably quite a good way to look at your designs, isn't it? Just sticking a bunch of colours together, and actually those are really nice. Oh, I love those little stars with the rainbows, they're so cute. That's nice. Oh, yes, design board. Why haven't I had one of these before? This is so useful. Oh, look at it's so cute. The little smiley faces. Wonder if you could... Yeah, you could do like strips, couldn't you, if you wanted to. I think squares are probably the easiest. I found out a really good way to just cut them by just folding the fat quarter in half and then cutting a strip. Sewing all the strips together, cutting the strips into, so it looks like 4.5, or however many inches. Just cut strips, and that makes squares. And then you just put them slightly staggered, and then that makes patchwork. I've got a massive one. Oh, where did I put it? I could show you that. Oh, God. Oh. Why do I have so much stuff? Hee hee. Oh, it's so much easier to do this without you looking at my face, because I'm always worried that I'm not going to be able to focus it, because I'm not actually looking at my face, am I, while I'm doing it? I've done it with a mirror, and it's just, you really have to get it right. And then if you do like a whole hour's whatever, and then you want to cry because you haven't got it in focus. Right, I'm going to take all this down. This is quite nice. I really want to get this William Morris stuff that's called, oh, what's it called? Oh, I've drunk all my tea. I think it's called Golden Lily, and my dad used to have well, I suppose he inherited a bed that had the brown version. I don't know if it was brown or if it turned, like, you know, it faded to brown. But there is a brown version. But I would love, sorry, I've said brown a lot. I would really love to get the Golden Lily in, like, I think it's called Midnight Blue and Green. And it's so nice. It's really nice. Just like really warm, lovely colours. Oh, there, you can look at that one there. No, you can't. Look at this while I find it. Oh, got so much muslin. That's quite nice though, it's really soft. I'm trying to put it into quilts. I'm a little bit worried that it's called double gauze, so I'm a little bit worried that it won't sit well in the quilt. But, I mean, is that the double, or is that? Yeah, so that's the fabric. It's, I don't know if you can see that, it's sort of sewn together at different points along the fabric, so it's quite thick. And it's nice to have extra textures in a quilt, I think, and that's cotton, so it's going to wash really easily. I mean, you use it on babies, don't you? And people with babies know you need to wash things a lot. So I always make my quilts have 100% cotton, 30-degree wash. Probably, I mean, my sister must just chuck it in the washing machine. What? Her husband, he does washing as well. Oh look, strawberry thief. That's everywhere now, isn't it? Let's try and get the light a bit better. Ooh. It's all very professional here. It's all very professional. I'm not 100% sure where the light has to be. Here. I'm gonna hang it in there. Hang on there. Hang on there. Hold it there. Oh wow. Okay, you can see that now. What about there? I think that's alright. There may be some editing doing soon. Right, so what I wanted to show you was what I did with this quilt. Okay, so you can see here, if I show you, I just sewed these strips all along the way, haven't actually sort of looked at this next to each other, so it would be nice to have the, oh gosh, don't fall down design board, don't fall down. Okay, so these are all William Morris fat quarters that I got from Hobbycraft. I wasn't sure if I wanted to put, can you see that? Strawberry Thief in it. Because these, you can do them either way up. Like if you wanted to put them on a bed or whatever, they'd be the right way up. Because it's such a, well maybe they wouldn't. No, they would. I think the pattern goes, what do you reckon? That way. Okay. Or that way. So what do you think? I went on this upholstery course the other day and this woman had some rabbits on some, I can't remember what it's called, Brer Rabbit it's called, this William Morris fabric. And like I didn't even notice there were rabbits on it until I went up close, so you've got to be careful sometimes. You've got to be careful sometimes with this kind of material, because you could put it on upside down and be like, oh no, there are big rabbits on that. But I mean, if you bought the fabric, you probably know, you know, you've looked at it a bit more than that. Okay, and then, yeah, so basically, I'll cut it in strips all along, and then it'll be just squares. What I did before was I just started folding them up just so I could see, but I think all of them do really well, and I was kind of tempted to put a, I don't know if I want to be like a purist and only have William Morris, or if I want to sneak in some extra little strawberries just to match that. What do you reckon? Oh yeah, and then I quite like, and yeah, I have no idea what this is called, but this one, I was going to mix it with these muslin colours, just, you know, because I think I've got all the colours in there. I think this green works really well as well, you know, it just gives that added colour. Or do I just want to use the muslin as a backing quilt? I'm not really sure. But I'm kind of hoping that I have enough of this fabric. I think I only used one pack of fat quarters. But yeah, I really love these colours. They're really nice. Yeah, I think that was all I was going to say really. Oh yeah, I went to White Manor a little while ago, and it's just, I don't know if it's actually in Wolverhampton or if it's sort of above Wolverhampton, I can't remember, but they have all William Morris crafts, and you know, they have all the cushions that say, if the thing in your, okay, I'm not going to quote this very well, am I? Have nothing in your house that you do not know to be useful or believe to be beautiful. The true secret of happiness lies in taking a genuine interest in all the details of daily life. And that's William Morris. That's a bit like mindfulness or Marie Kondo, isn't it? It kind of applies to the chicken as well. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I went to White Manor. I don't know if it's pronounced like that. But yeah, it was amazing. It had all these carved beams on the outside of the house, and you can just imagine if they had guests coming, you know, you have to get quite close up to be able to read these little inscriptions that they said. I'm gonna write here what the inscriptions were, because they said some really nice things. Just, Yeah, just really nice quotes, and it was all in oak beams, and it was so ornate, and they had little, I think it's little animals and flowers, and it was just, you know, well, it's arts and crafts and movement, isn't it? And just everything, you could take a picture of everything. They had wisteria and like beautiful grounds, and then you could go into the little William Morris shop and buy like fabric and knickknacks, and they had like loads of stuff. It's probably, I think I remember thinking it was reasonably priced. I've seen online that some William Morris fabric, I don't know if it's upholstery fabric or if it's just the cotton, but it can be like 70 £70 a metre. I think I paid no, I probably got it on a deal with this. I may have got 2 of these fat quarter bundles actually. Yeah, I probably did. And yeah, yeah, sorry. There was 6 for £18, 3 for £18, so £6. Sorry, my maths is getting convoluted. You know, I quite like these, you know, when you get the selvage, I quite like to keep the selvage. It's quite good to know what they are, because some of the fat quarters come without a selvage and you don't know what the pattern is. So annoying. Oh, Free Spirit. So they're the people who print some of the fabrics. I just love them. They're so, I suppose they're sort of a bit chintzy. Well, they're arts and craftsy, aren't they? But yeah, I think it's going to be really nice. And if I did put some muslin squares in, I don't know. I think what I'll do is I'll wait until I've done the squares, and then I'm a little bit worried to do the squares because if I cut them wrong, don't I? But to be honest, I think it'll be fine. But oh yeah, and one of the reasons I hadn't done the squares is because I wanted to think, if I was going to put this in, like an extra strip there, I need to sew that in before I cut them. But I just think it adds a little bit of colour. I don't think I will put in the Strawberry Thief. I think I'm just going to put, yeah, this nice orange and this nice yellow. I'm going to do strips, and then it'll be a square, and it will just add that pop of colour that I think it needs, but it'll match. Matchy. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this has been a really fun video to do. I think I might do some more videos like this of the quilt stuff. Okay. Ah, and I feel like I've just woken up a lot earlier. My chickens really started to wake up a bit earlier and be going, bah, 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 like she wants to come out earlier. And it's, yeah, I feel like I've made a bit more of the day. Here's the chicken, Florrie. I thought I'd just give you a little overview of the garden. So this is the rose that I'm going to talk to you about in a little bit. It's a bit of a mess. I need to clear it up a little bit, but I did a sort of structure for it, which I'm going to try and do a bigger one later this year. Here's the clover. We leave a wildflower patch, which is just nice. This Hebe, it's had like one bee on it that's come back again, but it's supposed to be good for bees. I'm not too sold on it. Not as good as clover. Yeah, here are the bird feeders. There you go, it's squirrel proof. The squirrel can still eat stuff from it, just doesn't break it. He's a bit of a gymnast, to be honest. This is where the birds, the little great tits, like to sit. So, they haven't sat on time, but whatever was behind it, they've, yeah, totally wrecked it. There were about 3 great tits in there earlier. Yeah, these are sunflower hearts. And this was a really good choice of fat ball feeder. And yeah, I'll tell you about that later. Oh yeah, all the bird poo that you see around is purple at this time of year because obviously there's so much good food from this Berberis darwinii. And it's usually orange when it's in flower. It's a really good hedge plant. It's so dense, and the robins and the sparrows love to be at the bottom of it. It's the weekend here. Oh, it's so cute. I can never take a good video of them because they always fly away, but we've got a family of great tits. Oh gosh, is that a baby goldfinch now? Oh, that's new. And some baby blue tits we had, and they're so cute. Like the little babies go, and the mum's like, and then the little brother and sister ones, they just fight. Or some of them, like at the moment, oh, that's so cute. There are two little, no, are there two? Yeah, two little baby great tits waiting in the hanging basket, waiting to go on. We have peckish feeders, and they're amazing, they're brilliant. Especially the fat ball ones, the blue tits really love. Oh, the little baby goldfinch isn't able. Like it's... I think it is, or was it a chaffinch? It was trying to get in, but it couldn't. Oh, now it's on the ground. Oh, on the ground feeding. It might be a chaffinch. Chaffinches like to feed on the ground. Oh yeah, back to Spring Watch. Sorry, someone brought me a cup of tea. That's good service, isn't it? I made the first cup of tea this morning when everyone was asleep. It's not very often that I wake up before everyone else. So, give you the down low. There are two baby great tits waiting to go in. Oh, now there's another great tit on the feeder. The little ones are chasing off. That sometimes the brother and sister great tits, the babies, like they fight. As if there isn't enough food. We've got like 4 feeders. It would be really easy for them to get some more food. And you can actually have about 4 or 5 or 6. You could probably have 8 or 9 actually. Little tits on the feeder, because it's like a metal tube with holes in it. I'll put a picture in later, I think, to show you, because I'm really impressed with them. I didn't do the research for them, but yeah, I'm very impressed with the choice. So what I did last year was I put, I think it was last year, I've got this rose bush that I got from Knockers, and oh my gosh, okay, it was £17, and I was thinking, wow, this is an investment, I hope it doesn't die. And I put a pile of chicken manure in the middle of it last year, and then I decided to make like this hazel arch. I suppose it kind of looks like a bullet shape, like a 1.5 metre tall bullet shape, so that you have 2 hoops around 2 arches that intersect at the top, so that there's just a nice trellis for it to go up. And actually I wish I'd made it 2 metres tall and maybe even 2 metres wide, or maybe done an arch or something, because it's amazing. And it smells lovely. And I wish I'd like found out what breed it was. What breed? Species? I know it's a rose, but I don't know what type it is. It's pink and it smells lovely, and you can eat the petals. What I've done before is put egg white. Oh, they really love going in this rose bush. They go on the fence, they go on top of the fence, they go in the rose bush, they go in the indigo for a heteranther. They're all chasing it. Oh, these great tits are much more entertaining to watch than the blue tits. Oh, they're so cute. Because a female chaffinch is brown with some white and black, but I think the baby that I saw earlier had some yellow and white and black, which I think that's a female goldfinch. We'll have a look later. When I'm editing, I'll put it in here. I don't know if you're interested in birds. There's a lot of bird motifs in the William Morris stuff. this is the sort of thing in Spring Watch they'd have like as some amazing picture. My camera doesn't have the extension lens. I don't know if anyone has a good extension lens, like what they think that they use for bird. Any of you do bird watching? Oh, the little blue tit coming in now. The grey tits are always mean to the blue tits. Oh no, he's sneaking in. He's sneaking in. They love sunflower hearts. They look like they're on a day out, just sitting on the hanging baskets. I think the female great tit must be dropping in some. Thing is, they can just lean from the hanging basket into the sunflower hearts feeder. What we've noticed recently is some of the ground feeders like chaffinches and robins have actually adapted. They can use the bird. Oh wow, a great spotted woodpecker! Oh, my mum said there was one the other day. Oh, that's so good. They've got the red crest and the black. Oh, and she said there weren't any sunflower hearts. Enough for it. Oh, it's waiting on a fence post. Oh wow. I think I saw one of these, like, I don't know, I think it was the year before last. We hadn't had one for ages, and I know we've had green woodpeckers. Do you know what? Oh, is it a juvenile? Oh wow. I think it's waiting. What's it waiting for? It's just sitting on the fence. On the fence. it's literally sitting on the fence. Oh, it's like the social distance queue for Sainsbury's on these bird feeders. What's it doing? Hopping on the fence, hopping on the fence post, hopping on the fence, hopping on the fence post. Why? They've got this gorgeous red cap. Oh, wow. Their wings are all this like shock of black and white. They're so cool. But it's a little bit beigey brown on its underbelly. I think they're more white than that usually. Or is it a lesser spotted? I'm going to put here if it's lesser spotted or a greater spotted woodpecker. Oh, we're meant to go out. I don't know what it's doing. It's scoping. I wonder if it can hear me. It's just scoping out what's going on. Oh, it's on the fat ball feeder now. Wow, it's really pecking. The great tit's just sitting there like, is it alright to be here? Oh, I put a load of, they're pecking at the brown bin, the little great tits, because I put a load of grass in there. I filled it up with thistles and grass because it's gone so overgrown, but I think they're eating the grass that's coming out. That's so funny. Wow, this woodpecker's waiting for ages. Oh, this is so cool. We haven't had one of those in I don't know if I can remember seeing one in the garden. Oh, the robins come down, but they're common or garden robin. The grey tits don't seem phased at all by the woodpeckers, but I've heard that woodpeckers will sort of eat I can't remember what they said on Spring Watch, like they either destroy the nest or something, or I don't know if they go for eggs. But I love the way when they fly they're so undulating. This one looks so funny. Its head's really round. Oh, magpie. Oh, will it go? No, the woodpecker's still same. Oh no, it's decided to go now. Blooming magpies. Scaring off the interesting birds. Okay. I'm gonna go and drink my tea. And yeah, I think I've got to do some tidying up before we go out, so I'm just hoping it doesn't really rain. Well, I've got my anorak. Okay, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and yeah, maybe I'll show you how the quilt turns out if any of you are interested. Bye! See you next time. Late Night Quilts.